Hello everyone, and today I think it'll be a good idea for me to walk through my latest video which I posted, which was on and remix for Severman called Fight the Good Fight. And in today's video I'll be breaking that down and how I made that track, and more in general how to make an uplifting trance track. So I think let's just start with the project here. You see there's 66 tracks. So it's not a big project, so I think there's 3 buses. So there's one for all the drums and percussions, one for the bass lines, and then there's also one for the leads here. And just for this video I bounced this out so that it doesn't cause my software Logic to crash. So let's just start with the kick, which is probably the most important thing of a song. If the kick doesn't work, then the drop is not going to sound that good. So let me just play this one. It's a sample. So it has that nice punch there that can shine through the mix. There's a little bit of EQing here on around 90 Hz and a bit of dip here, just to shape that to this other sounds. And then the other thing here is the drums, which again it's quite simple. There's not much going on. There is, however, a sidechain using Logic's compressor, so that helps to duck a little bit of the kick. There's actually a few additional sidechain here, just to give a little bit of a different swing. So let's solo that and the drums. And this clap here is I actually made myself using Vital. So let's just open that to show you guys. It's really simple. It's white noise with some envelope processing going on here, and then this shape right here, just to get that kind of clap sound. And then there's one thing which I added to this song. I think it might be this one. Yeah. And I think this just adds character to the song. It's a unique rhythm for this song, and I think it goes really well with the bass line as well. We've just played it to you. Yeah, and then in the drop there's a bunch more percussions going on. A bunch of samples, bunch of claps, high and close hi-hats, open hi-hats. And there's a fill here. More percussion going in just to keep that rhythm going. And I think these are really important because they are like the backbone to your song. And then you start to add more layers to it to make it more complete. But then without these instruments and sounds, then it's not going to sound as good. So moving on to the bass line, there's a few instruments here. A sub bass from Vital, more from Vital. This one is from Alchemy, Logic's own instrument. Yeah, so basically I used Alchemy and Vital for these. So overall on the processing, there's basically a sidechain going on, and then there's a high cut on the sub bass, and then there's a bit of a low cut on the more mid bass sounds. As for the rhythm, I see 2 different rhythms. This is the bounce version. The one in the drop is this standard rhythm there, and then for when the vocals play, this is a different rhythm. And the decision for this was that if you played this rhythm in the drop, then there's too much information going on, so it's not going to sound as nice. That's why I've had 2 rhythms here. So as you can see it, yeah, this allows the leads to take more of a lead role instead of having this bassline rhythm going on. That was just a creative decision there. Actually in the break there's a sustained bass which is played by this sound and a like a sub bass. Yeah. And I think that's it for the bass line. Let's just hear the bass line combo with all the other stuff so far. So it has a really strong punch. And then in the drop, sounds something like this. So you get this more of a, like the classic kind of uplifting trance style. It's really important that the kick and the bass, they complement each other well, so that give that solid foundation for the track. Moving on, let's just close the stack here. There's an arc here. Again, something that gives this song some uniqueness. It's actually a really simple rhythm. This is made by Scatterpad. It's another Logic sound. It's from Sculpture. There's a sidechain here, and then there's some EQing just to get rid of the muddy frequencies and some resonant frequencies. Then they've added a different one for the drop with more EQing there. Really can't really hear it. And it just helps to fill up the frequency spectrum a bit more. And then this one is like a plug sound, which the high cut is an automation, like curve automation as well. So it's slowly opening up. And also notice that this stays constant on the same chord, so that just gives a bit more tension going into the break from this. And then in the break, there's a bunch more kind of pads and atmospheric sounds. It's actually from Synthmaster, yeah, Synthmaster. And one important thing for all these instruments is to have like a low cut. You just don't want that to mess up the low end when they've already got like a sub bass playing. And this one, the choir. I think they've added like a gate, trance gate that I've made myself. Just solo it sounds. Without it, it just sounds like a normal pad. So I think that adds a lot of trance feel. And then moving on from that, you get to the main stuff here, the leads. Really important to get the leads right. There's a bunch of processing going on here. Just look at the MIDI first. This is the melody, and this is like a classic uplifting trance style melody where you have like an arp goes up and down like that. Then this is really nice instrumentals actually. And this kind of plucky feel gives you that uplifting trance style, like Alien Fear. Just go through one by one. This is the bounce version. I think all of them are from Vital actually, a preset that I've made myself. Just show you them. It's really simple, and then there's a little bit of automation assigned to the modulation wheel, which you can probably see here. Actually, this one I've got the high cut for the drop to build up. Oops. So the computer's not handling it very well. Yeah, so that's just a high cut to kind of give it that explosive feel in the drop. And I think that's enough for the leads. Just walk you through some of the processing going on here. So important there, low cut. Bit of boost on the high end, just give it a bit of sparkle, and then there's a delay a little bit, OTT very tiny, just to kind of glue everything together. And then the saturation, there's this plugin which is actually free, so I recommend you guys getting it. And then sidechain as per usual. And then moving on from that, we have actually the vocals. So this is the only thing I've got from the stems. It's already red vocals, so I don't have to do much processing on it. I've actually cut the vocal up a bit so it's not in the same arrangement as the original. There's this vocal I actually put in the drop, and then there's this one which has a delay on it, which kind of just complements the other one a bit. Give that more of an atmosphere.
Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run.
But then I've made sure that it doesn't fight with the original, so there's a lot of EQ and very kind of soft touch to it, adding reverb so it's more kind of in the background. And then there's the other one which goes into the intro. Just kind of to tease the song a little bit. Another really important thing about Uplifting Trance is to get a lot of these effects in, so sweeps, reverses, downlifters, they all fill up his song a little bit and just gives it a bit more of a atmosphere. So there's a bunch of white noises, snare for the drop, downlifters, more downlifters actually, and then in the build-up let's just play through the sound effects. Kind of really build up that atmosphere. Yeah. So yes, that's all the elements that I've got in the song. And then just here to show you, I've got also the extended mix on the same project. I think, and this just helps you to keep everything uniform and the same, because whatever you do here to the radio edit also happens for the extended mix, and that's just a little tip there. Again, with the color coding, just to separate out all the elements so that they're easy for me to look at maybe like a few weeks later on, so I can understand what was my thinking process. And I guess that's it for the video, and hope you guys learn a bunch of new tips and tricks, and then I'm curious what you think of this song, and remember to go check it out. I'll link it down in the description, and yeah.
Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run. Yeah, you see me down, but you know I'll never drown. You know I'll get back up on it somehow.